Release the plugins. Greetings. It is I, the recordist, or whatever name you want to call me. I've been known to go by many names. So this is a new little video series that I'm going to do midweek. It is very different, obviously. I'm just recording my screen and my webcam. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I get sent a tremendous amount of plugins that do very simple one thing. And I'm not going to do a giant produced video about a plugin that does one thing. Nobody wants to watch all of that. So since I have so many to get through, I thought, why don't I just do right off the cuff, no production value whatsoever. I'm just going to look at a plugin with you at the same time. You can decide if it's something that you would want to check out or not. Today we're looking at Kiive Audio's XBus, and this is interesting. Now I didn't know much about Kiive Audio. I'm going to tell you, I've seen Kiive Audio, but I never really checked them out because I don't have time. I'm very busy, and I have a lot of plugins that I already use. I get sent a lot of plugins from companies. I got to get through them all. I got to learn them. I got to do all kinds of stuff, make videos. I don't have time to check out all these new companies sometimes. And so I just didn't. And then I saw something. It was a video for Enfuse. And I listened to this thing and I said, oh my goodness, that sounds fantastic. Is it just me? So I reached out to them because I thought that's something that I might be able to use and that you guys would like to see. And so they decided to work with me, Kiive Audio, and they're great guys. And then they sent me some plugins. I played around. I said, oh my God, these are really good plugins. I mean, these are really good. Easy to use, sound great. So yeah. So then they said, hey, we got this plugin coming out and I want you to look at it. So XBus. So let's look at it. So here we are on the drum bus. I soloed the drum bus, and let's add XBus. And that's what it looks like. So, okay, so this is, I like this. I like this texture. This is really nice. Sometimes I notice when I have pre-release plugins that when I record the screen, they do not look the same as they do for me for some reason. Hopefully it will look the same. But anyway. Let's go through these. This is XBus compressor. It's a bus compressor. And look at that, Ontario, Canada, Kiive Audio. I just learned that too. Canadian company, or at least one of the members, the guy who does the coding is from Canada, I hear, from Ontario, which is my neck of the woods. I did not know that. And that's kind of cool because you don't see many Canadian companies doing plugins. So that's cool. Anyway, so this is what it does. It is a compressor. I'm going to go through all the settings, all the stuff, real time with you. You can see what it's like. I'm talking too much. Let's go. So this would be, yep, there you go. So threshold is here. Makeup gain is here. Links them both on or off so you can auto gain. So this is good. Watch. Stays the same volume. Already, I can say that sounds pretty good. That sounds really good. A lot of these plugins that do bus compression don't sound as snappy and good. So in order to make it snappy, that's why, because here. So this is fast. This is slow. So that's your fast attack. You lose all those transients are gone. Slow attack. I'd put it right about. Oh, it's like notched. Okay, and then here's your release. Fast, slow, and auto. Oh, you got auto as well. Yeah, okay. What's this? Oh. Fast, slow. Oh, look at... That's not notched. Look at that. You can fine-tune in fast and slow. Fast, slow, fine-tuned. Okay. So then we have a ratio, 1 to 5 to 1, and then 1.5 to 1 to 20 to 1, right? Let's nuke it. Let's nuke it. Yeah. Now let's mix dry wet. It's going to get louder probably. Listen to that. So now that's what a hardware bus processor should do. But software bus processors don't sound that good when you're using. See, now I have several. I have the SSL one from the company SSL, G-Bus. I have the Universal Audio one. I've got Plug-in Alliance, Brainworks, whatever. I got some of them. And you know what I notice, especially on the Universal Audio one, I always have to bring the mix like down to here, because it sounds too, you can hear that compression too much up here. But listen to that. Okay, I'm going to be honest, this is really good. Okay, so that's in, out, so yep. Listen to that, listen to that. That sounds fantastic. Okay, so then we've got your presets here. Yeah, I don't have any presets. Yeah, okay. There's your in and your out, so you can increase the input into the plugin, the out, high quality. Oh, okay. So let's bring it to 4 times. So that's oversampling here. Want to bring that up whenever you can. Don't make it go too high. It's kind of unnecessary most of the time. But if you want to make it go 16, you can go all the way up 16 times oversampling. Very, very good. So we understand all of that. Does this do anything? Oh, that just changes the color. Sometimes over here when you click on it, it does something in some of the plugins here. Anyway, so we've got all that. So now, so the link is stereo link. So that's left and right, and links them together. You want to do left and right independently. If you want, you can do that. I'm assuming MN is mono or dual mono or something like that. ST is stereo. MS is mid-side. So this does mid-side, which is fantastic. So that's why it says LM and RS. So that's left when you're in stereo mode, or mid. So left panel here will control your mid. So your kick, your snare, right up the center, your bass, whatever's up the center. And then you can process the sides totally separate over here. And this is right or side. So you can process the side. You know what? It causes a lot of great stereo width when you do that. But hold the phone, because look, there's a width knob. So that'll bring your stereo. Now, that's not going to sound as impressive on just drums, but you can increase the stereo width perception. I love that. I love it. And whoa, here we go. Look at this. Advanced. Okay. So now I bet you're looking at these buttons right now thinking that they don't look good. Because it doesn't translate well on my OBS that's recording this for some reason. These colors. I can tell you right now, when I go to play this back, it's going to be all weird and lines and stuff. Anyway, this is pre, this says post, this is a headphone symbol. And if that's what it looks like for you. If not, then I'm wrong. But anyway, what we have here is the saturation section. And here is where gets really interesting. So you can bring in odd or even saturation, or harmonics, right? So even is more musical, so it stays. You don't understand how harmonics work. You get like a tone, and you got overtones. You got like a note, let's say, and then even harmonics would be harmonious ghost notes, like extra harmonics that run off that note, and you can increase that, and it's like a distortion, but that's what saturation. It gives it a beautiful, just a real musical album kind of sound. And you have odd as well, and odd is great because it'll cause a bit more aggression when you use odd. That I find anyway. That's my perception. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but that's what I think. So let's bring this to totally wet just for a sec. Bring up the even. Let's mix 100. There, I'm saturating it like crazy. So you can hear that saturation now. So I would probably do this for drums. Just about that. Then your tone. Okay, so this would make the saturation in the high frequencies more prevalent, or the low frequencies. I'm assuming that. I might be wrong. Like I have no idea. I have no manual. I'm just trying it for the first time. So, and then pre and post. So that means you can put the saturation before the compression or after. Fantastic. Another really great thing. Okay, so this is an awesome section. I love this section. And if you don't see these buttons, I'm really sorry about that, but it says pre and this one says post. And then you have a sidechain. So that would be, so let's watch the kick. See how the kick, dun, 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 and the needle, dun, 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 because it's reacting to the kick. It's reacting to the low end. But if you use the high pass filter, you see how it doesn't really react to the kick as much? Because I'm basically saying I'm filtering out, I'm letting the lows go through without being affected by the compressor and letting the highs get compressed, which is really useful for a lot of stuff. I would actually probably use this right about here. Just maybe here. And same thing. So same thing with the sidechain here, with the low pass filter and all that stuff. And you've got a link, so that it links when you link these. So that it does left or right or mid or side. Of course, if you went to mid side, then you would unlink these. Make sure you do that. I'm sure it doesn't do that automatically. Let's see. No, it doesn't. So if you went to mid side, make sure you unlink both channels. That way you can have independent controls. Otherwise, everything you do on the mid would work on the side as well. It would copy over. And headroom. Headroom, I think, is the crush button. I know they said something about headroom is the crush button on the C2, but instead it's a knob form. So you can, I think more counterclockwise, it crushes it, and then more clockwise, you get more headroom. So I'm to assume, yeah. Yes, that's what's happening here. So what's happening is that if you need more headroom before it's compression, sometimes you have a really loud bus and it's doing that, then this will, you can increase your headroom, or if you want to decrease it and let it happen more, that's what you would use. So let's just keep that there for now. So mix it. And I didn't do much, and it already sounds way better than it did on its own. So that's... bass is pretty low. Okay, all right, let's put one over here on the actual bus, and let's listen to the whole thing, and I'll try to do a quick mix. This is already going way too long, so I don't want it to bore you guys, but I'll just play it and play around with this. Width. There's my old man hands trying to do a run like I used to on the guitar, but my hands used to do the things. These hands. It reminds me of Never-Ending Story. Okay. I'd work on that snare a bit better. But anyway, this is the I'm gonna okay. So here's my little window words to say about this thing. I bring it back up so you can see it. I love this. I love it. I love it. I will use this an insane amount of times. I need to get used to it, figure it out a little bit better, but it's pretty easy. It's standard. It works like more like the hardware than the other ones do. So I'm going to say that's a 2 thumbs up for me on this plugin. I really like it. If you're into music and you're into you want a really good bus compressor, I don't even know how much this costs because I have no idea. I have no idea. So you guys know because you're in the present and it's currently out. So yeah, what do you guys think? Comment below or don't. And if you like this kind of thing, then I'll do more of them. But I'm going to try to do one a week and go through a bunch of plugins I've been meaning to do. And I'll do them faster, I'm sure, than I did this one. Anyway, so there is your first look at the Kiive Audio XBus. I like it. I recommend it. Download it if they have the sample or, the trial for free. Play with it. See if you like it, if there's something you really like. But honestly, I think it's great, and I could do some great things with this. Kiive Audio. You're really doing some great stuff. So good for you guys. Good for you guys. All right. Thanks very much. And we'll see you on Monday for your regular schedule of video where I do the big reviews. But this has been Release the Plugins. My son came up with that name. Anyway, we'll talk later. Bye-bye.